Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we're going to talk about the L trigger controversy that has popped up with the Retro Fighters Brawler 64 and why I think it's a non-issue. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions, and recently I had a chance to test out the Brawler 64 from Retro Fighters. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, make sure you check out my review and unboxing right up there. Now, in my testing, I love this controller. I think it feels great, the response is great. It is everything and more that I was looking for in an N64 controller. Now, since then, a couple of other people, Mad Little Pixel and Metal Jesus Rocks, have both pointed out the fact that when you point upwards, like up and left, and then hit the L trigger, you basically come in contact with the L trigger. And, well, that is true, and if you look at Metal Jesus Rocks video, you'll see that it really didn't affect the button press itself. However, on Mad Little Pixel's video, basically he was having issues with Wave Race 64 and how it performed. This, to me, is a non-issue because you couldn't have made this button press whatsoever on the original N64 controller. I'm going to throw both controllers on the bench real quick, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so let's take a closer look at what the issue is itself. So if you hold down, if you look here, if I hold down the L trigger and I push up, watch what happens to the L trigger. You can see how the button itself is moving. Okay. Potentially an issue, right? Well, no, and here's why. So we're gonna slide that out of the way. I'm gonna bring in an N64 controller. And what I want you to think about is how you would have used and how this controller was designed to be used with games. You would have held it in one of three different orientations. This way, which like nothing used, or this was the most common situation. I want to ask you right now, and I'm not being a smart aleck about this, tell me how in this position you're going to access the L trigger up here. You don't. The only time you'd be using the L trigger, quite honestly, is if you were using the gamepad either in this mode or this mode. That's why I'm saying with the Retro Fighters controller, yes, it's annoying that this is the way it is, and no, it should not have been like this. They've acknowledged that, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But you will never use, practically in most games, you'll never use this key combination. You know what you do? You use the R button. Why? Because that's what the original control scheme was. You use the Z button underneath, and you use the R button up here. That's it. You didn't use the L button up here. So just looking at the design of the original controller, I can absolutely understand why Retro Fighters did not test or catch this in their testing. Now, let's talk here in a second about the letter that they've sent out to backers and what they are doing about this situation. So, well, for me, myself, it's a non-issue. I do want to say Retro Fighters has already come out with basically a press release addressing this issue, and I want to share this with you. Basically, this comes right from Retro Fighters. Hello, everybody. First, we wanted to thank everyone for your support and for the great feedback. It seems for the most part, everyone is enjoying their controllers. We did want to address some of the comments of those that mentioned the issue of the L shoulder button and analog stick bumping each other when you press the stick into the upper left position while holding the L button. Unfortunately, we did not catch this before production, and this may be noticeable in some games where you are holding down the L shoulder button and pushing the upper left position on the analog stick. Again, this is our fault, so they're taking ownership here. This is our fault for not catching this, and we have nobody to blame but ourselves for missing this. However, we do want to let you know that we are working on fixing it and making it right for those who wish to have it fixed. We are seeing if a replacement piece, if it is a replacement piece that we can send to those for a quick fix or any other modifications need to be done. Please rest assured that we are here for you guys and just want everyone 100% happy and satisfied. Future iterations of colors will not have this issue, but we still want to take care of those with the initial gray versions. Once we get a confirmed fix solution, we will let everybody know. Thank you for your support, Retro Fighters. So they own up to it. They acknowledge the fact that they missed it in their testing. As I pointed out on the bench, it's easy to miss because that's not a button combination you would have used on the original. And I think that's why I didn't run into it in my initial test, is because generally, if I would have used the L button, it was something where the L or the R trigger could have been used interchangeably, and I was using R, quite honestly, so to me, it didn't make a difference. Retro Fighters, they're doing the right thing. If you have ordered one of these, if this is a concern for you, make sure to reach out to them. They are outstanding guys. They have been great to communicate with so far. They're not paying for this piece, or they didn't provide me with the controller. I backed them on Kickstarter. I just really, really like this product, and I can understand completely what happened. Again, this isn't a key press that you normally would have used on your N64 controller. But these are just my opinions. Let me know what you think down in the comments here below. I want to know what you think. I'm still really excited about this controller. I love using it. I don't really have any complaints. Again, besides minus, I just wish the cord was longer. And that's just a minor gripe here. But let me know down in the comments what you think. You can also email me any questions that you might have to rocksolidmail@gmail.com. That's also the best way if you do want to have a product featured here on the site to get a hold of me, and we will try to see what we can do. So again, rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter @RockSolidStudios or on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button too. That way you are kept up to date each and every time we do post new videos like this one here, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll make sure that you get notifications to let you know exactly when we do upload new stuff here to the site. Finally, make sure that if you want to help support the future of Rock Solid Productions, hit us up on Patreon at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, you get early access to our video content, exclusive discussions, and a whole lot more. So that's patreon.com/rocksolid. I'm still a believer in the Retro Fighters Brawler 64. I'm glad to see that they are stepping up and addressing the concerns that people have. They're not shying away from it. They're embracing it. They are acknowledging their faults on here. However, the issue, in my opinion, is a minor one that, quite honestly, might be getting a little bit blown out of proportion. So, thanks everyone for watching. Let me know again what you think down in the comments. I will see you soon.